Dallas Mavericks trade Tim Hardaway Jr. and 3 second-round picks to the Detroit Pistons for Quentin Grimes. So in the last few days, there were rumors that the Pistons were interested in Hardaway, and now they get him in a deal. And it makes sense for both teams here. Dallas, they wanted to shed his salary that they could re-sign Derrick Jones and possibly as well go out there and try to sign another free agent to go with Luka Doncic and Kyrie Irving after falling short in the championship versus the Boston Celtics. And now the Pistons have tons of cap room, and they absorb the contract and get picks in the trade as well. On the season for Hardaway last year, 14.4 points a game, 3.2 rebounds, 1.8 assists, 2.7 threes, and 40% from the field. So obviously his ceiling was reached over there in Dallas. Like I said, when you got two marquee scorers like Doncic and Kyrie Irving, you're not going to get a lot of opportunities. And Hardaway, I know he played 79 games, but he was up and down, and his minutes went down as well as the playoffs went on. So in terms of fantasy basketball, if he does stay with the Pistons or if they flip him in another deal, his value is a late-round flyer guy who's going to help you in three-point shooting and scoring the basketball. But besides that, not going to bring much else for fantasy owners. So he's a two-cat type of player. And now to Quentin Grimes, this is the third team he's been on now in the last season. Last year he started with the New York Knicks, then he got traded to the Detroit Pistons for Bojan Bogdanovic and Burks in a multiplayer deal, and now traded to the Dallas Mavericks, where they get a cheaper option of a guy who's a catch-and-shoot three-point shooter, but not as versatile of a scorer as Tim Hardaway. In terms of fantasy basketball, I don't see Grimes getting enough consistent minutes to have any fantasy value unless you're the deepest of leagues come fantasy drafts. So last season for Grimes, between the Knicks and Pistons, 7 points a game, 2 rebounds, 1.3 assists, 1.6 threes, and 37% from the field. Where in 2022-23, he had a much better season, 11.3 points a game, 3.2 rebounds, 2.1 assists, 2.2 threes a game, and 46% from the field. So Grimes, definitely a down year from him. And now we'll see where he's around better talent this year after last season, second half of the season. Obviously, with the Pistons, one of the worst teams in the league, he didn't do much, and we'll see with Dallas if he'll get those opportunities. So Dallas Mavericks, Detroit Pistons make a pretty decent deal with Tim Hardaway going to the Pistons and Grimes going to the Mavs, and we'll see if both players can have good seasons entering the 2024-25 season.